almost brought the special glasses.
These are so nice and heavy. Do you want special glasses?
Well,
do you want the little pinky glasses?
No, they're plastic.
It's plastic.
But when you put ice in them, nothing. When you put liquid in them, they start flashing different colors.
Oh, one of those. I used to have one like that.
Yeah, I have two now.
Should we introduce this right now?
Are we recording?
Yeah.
I was trying to find the number. What number are we?
I don't know.
The margarita toast.
I wasn't.
Happy Friday.
Wasn't paying any attention.
Yeah, this is episode 15.
Quince.
Quince.
Yeah.
I don't know Spanish.
Episode 15. I don't either. Timer.
We definitely need a timer tonight.
Yeah. This is not good.
No, this is not good. All right.
This is not good either. Okay. Well, welcome to episode 15
Yeah, 15.
of Down the Cabana Hole. I got it down now.
Yeah. We're a week off again because
It's just been insane.
yeah, it's been insane, and my insanity is not over yet.
Well, let us know what our sponsor is, Dave.
Glenlivet 12-year. I picked this up in Hawaii. $10 cheaper than Oregon.
It's always whiskey with him.
Couldn't resist.
You know?
This is not whiskey. This is Scotch, man. Come on.
Scotch, whiskey, whatever.
Well, it's called Scotch.
It ain't rum, I tell you that much.
It's called single malt Scotch whiskey.
Okay, so first,
Come on, everybody knows that. It's not some weird thing that you can't get here. It's just cheaper in Hawaii.
I want to show it. Oh, it's cheaper in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why we didn't do this before? Because you were off in Hawaii?
No.
Oh.
We came back from Alaska, and then you had guests.
Yeah, I had guests.
Yeah, and then I had to fillet fish all night.
All night.
Yeah, I didn't get back until like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh man, this clock is ticking. We got a lot to talk about. We're
Okay.
going to talk really fast. We're going to have to put this on. Yeah.
What are we going to talk about? Do we have anything?
Well, I thought a couple of things.
Okay.
Well, one, I don't have it made. So what I'll do?
You going to make a in honor of Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah. Come on, man.
All right.
Well, I'll just have a little.
You're wearing your Oh, that's so nice. He's wearing his Margaritaville T-shirt. That is kind of sad. I mean, cheers, Jimmy.
It's tequila, missing the lime and triple sec. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm not doing. I should have brought the Don Julio. Oh, dude, you're gonna make me drink this crap. Oh. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's called tequila. No, but the first thing first order of business we need to get out of the way is a little tribute. That was a little toast. I did it earlier on my Cabana Man thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
A toast to Mr. Buffett, who drank more than margaritas. He had beer and whiskey and scotch. So we can also do a toast.
Cheers.
I do kind of want to wash this down with water first.
Yeah,
I want to get that flavor out of my mouth.
It's gross.
You want some?
Yeah, please.
Check out these new plastic tropical cups.
Nice.
Ooh.
People were throwing them away at the last party.
Yeah, I know. Got to dig through the garbage. Oh, let's get the water over here. But,
He's off camera.
yeah, if you can hear me,
Yeah.
we can just kind of rinse our palates every once in a while with some water.
With some nice, generous portions of H2O.
H2O. Cheers. Yes. So, Mr. Buffett. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of a parrot head.
Kind of.
Kind of. I've been to a few of his concerts.
Okay.
I do know some people that have been to more than a few of his concerts, and I know some people who would put me to shame as far as parrot-headedness.
Okay.
But
those people don't have a cabana.
they don't.
Yeah.
But the thing is there's just so many things that I really liked about him, and obviously that classic song, Margaritaville. And I just am amazed because when you think about it, had he not made that song, that one song, he would not be the icon that he became. He just wouldn't. He had good songs. He also had some bad ones. Sorry, but
everybody does.
Yeah. Well, not
everybody does. They just don't release them.
Okay, but the point is you wouldn't have the phrase "parrot head." He would have fans, but the dude seriously was like at Elvis level when it comes to being an icon. He didn't have the voice. I'll grant you that.
Elvis level,
dude.
He wasn't posted up in Vegas ever, was he?
He has Margaritaville in Vegas. Did Elvis have an Elvisville in Vegas? No. He had a home that people go visit because he died while sitting on the toilet. At least Jimmy Buffett didn't die sitting on a toilet. The dude had skin cancer because he's a sailor. He's out in the sun all the time and just so.
Cheers.
Mr.
Buffett.
And that's Here's to Jimmy. And the thing is you just think about how many people have just gotten that parrot-headedness, beach bum kind of vibe and all that kind of stuff. He just really encapsulated that good. And so what that brings into my thought is...
Okay, a thought.
What is that one thing that you have yet to do?
Ooh, yet to do?
That launches you. And I'm not saying to be like a movie star, a song star, or whatever. But I mean, just the fact that you can do something that alters the course of your life. Sometimes not for good.
Ooh, we want to talk about bad stuff? Ooh.
Well, let's try to keep this positive. For me, I would say one thing that absolutely altered my course in life, and definitely for the better, was the night I met my wife.
Yeah, but that's easy.
No, but I'm serious about it because beyond that, there was a point, because let's just say I was not a stellar individual, and I had just shortly become a Christian, but nobody led me to Christ. I did it on my own, just looking at the Bible. Long story short, that was how it happened. And so I didn't have anybody discipling me. And so let's just say some traits went away right away and others did not.
Well, I mean, you're still,
No, that's not a bad thing. Drinking?
Well...
Being a drunkard is a bad thing. I'm not a drunkard.
Let's just say on our trip to Alaska, there was a little bit more drinking by one guy on those boats than everyone else. And it was this guy. Just saying.
We'll get to that later.
Just saying.
But I do remember the moment when I knew that God not only brought her into my life, but that if I did not have her in my life, I would just start to go down my old path again and probably walk away from him. And she was very instrumental in helping me.
Cheers to Julie.
So,
way to suck up down the Cabana hole. I know, Julie, you don't watch this, but somehow this little scene will get in front of you, I'm sure.
No, I'm not sucking up. I'm not kissing up.
Well, you should, though.
Second moment.
Oh, okay. You have more.
One that I just... I've always loved music. I didn't know that I would love it as much as I do. Until one evening at a tropical Christmas party... Before we had the whole Cabana stuff, we used to have friends over for a tropical Christmas party.
Yeah, before you invited me.
I don't think you were even over there when we first started that.
Yes, we were.
I don't know.
I definitely was. We might not have been there, but
anyhow, just on a lark, I grabbed the guitar, changed the words to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then I went... And everybody was just kind of laughing. It was kind of funny. And then I thought to myself, I wonder how many songs I could do that put a twist on Christmas, involving Santa and the gang with the tropics. And the next thing you know...
You had an album.
I got Beach Bum Santa. And I just fell in love with doing that. It's fun.
It is fun. I love making music. I suck, but it's fun.
I'm not a musician. I write stuff and I'll sing, but you know, my friends are the ones with the talent.
You're playing the bongos and...
I don't play the bongos. I have no rhythm. I play the
steel drums. Sorry.
And I don't do that when I sing because I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't play a kick and a snare like in rhythm together.
Yeah. No, I'm just...
But I can program it pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, man. Remember what I told you I would like? I found it. I said, you know, why can't they have a device so that I can just hum into it and it'll do the instruments? It exists. I'm going to buy it.
Oh, cool.
It's...
what's it called?
Julie can't watch this because it costs a little bit. I don't remember what it's called, but I saved it on my computer.
Okay.
And so you just tell what instrument, and I think it's got other stuff to kind of help, you know, to keep things in time and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
And especially for that one screwy song of mine, I thought this is really the best way for me to
The one that we tried
it.
to make and it didn't work out
Yeah,
so well.
it didn't work out so. But that was a lot on me.
Well, and I suck too.
Well, we're just playing around. But anyhow, that changed a lot of my course.
Okay.
You know, doing that with the music.
Yeah.
Because I love doing that. I will never be a Jimmy Buffett, but
No, you won't.
but a few people listen to my songs for some reason. I don't know how they.
You can make $2 a month.
I don't know how that. You know, I'm averaging. I think like the last one was 35 something.
$35 for 1 month.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I haven't even broke $21 lifetime yet.
And I have no idea how people are finding it or why they're finding it.
Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So it's usually around $25 a month, $20 to $25 a month.
Yeah, I haven't broke the $21 lifetime mark yet.
You will. So that being said,
Okay.
we got these things that we do, and we fail to recognize that there might be something right around the corner, and you just got to keep
Yeah, I think
pushing and doing what you love to do. It might hit,
it
might not, but
I think for me, the moment that I realized I needed to maximize every opportunity in front of me.
right.
It took a while. It took a long while.
It's because we're guys.
Well, no, some dudes just, it's in their nature. I had to learn it, but once I
Right.
learned it
Right.
and saw the fruits of maximization, then I'm definitely...
So what's an example?
Well, I mean, the job that I have came from maximizing another job,
Right.
right? And it was like, oh, you want to do that too? Oh, well, then why don't you just come do this, right? I mean, all the time like that, maximizing the opportunity. You know, if there's an opportunity, somebody needs help with something, you just do it, right? It's not about, that's not in my job description. That's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of people are like that. Oh, that's not in my job description. I'm not getting paid for that.
Right.
But it's,
You could instead see it as an opportunity.
it is an opportunity to grow, learn something else, and you never know what will come with it.
Right.
Right? Could be good, could be bad, but there's that. I think another thing would be when I finally learned that you should just do good things without expecting anything in return.
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's...
Because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. And it frees up a lot of anger. And a lot of animosity.
Well, and just there are some people who they cannot put it away. And it gnaws at them and it tears them down.
Yeah, and I was
Look
like
at
that.
him.
Wow.
He was just all
I know.
upset and everything, and look at him now. He's just bones.
Well, when I
not
was
even skin
young,
and bone.
I was angry. I would do something nice for somebody, and then they would just totally be an asshole, and fuck that, I'm never doing that again. And then I finally realized that, if you're expecting something out of a good deed, is it really a good deed?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really a good deed if you expect something. So, do good things because at the time it's the right thing to do. And don't think about it in a way of, will this hurt me later? Will this benefit me later? Just do it because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
Right?
Okay, here's where it's tough.
No good deed goes unpunished, though. That's the thing. Right? That's what you were going to say, right?
Well, not just that, but where it gets tough sometimes is, man, am I going to be completely honest with somebody? Because I know that if I am, then it brings about this whole dialogue that we gotta go through. And it's like, I just don't have the energy.
You could say there are, situationally speaking, the good deed could be not saying the whole truth.
Yeah, because I'm not saying to say it in a mean way.
Yeah.
But classic example, she's passed away. It's okay to talk about my mom. It was just a lot easier to just not bring it up because it just creates friction, and so I'll just put up with her behavior because I don't have to do it every day, you know. But then, is that really being good? Is that really being helpful?
Well, maybe yes, maybe no, right? You could say that just putting up with her is good, being a good son, right? Because she's not like asking for your help. You're doing it because you think it's the right thing to do.
She would always not hesitate to ask for help, even if she didn't need it.
But on things that you wanted to tell her, right? So you could say that you're just being a good person by not trying to affect some sort of change that you want to see because you don't like it and others around her don't like it, or you don't think that it's good for her.
I think I was just being selfish all around. It would annoy the hell out of me, but rather than try to deal with it to get her behavior to change, I just put up with it and then just not see her for a period of time until I'm ready to put up with it again.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I've generally told my mom like it is.
Yeah.
And
you can be a bit more blunt than I've been.
Sometimes, yes. But, I always try to pre-qualify my bluntness with, this is my opinion, take it or leave it.
But you suck.
But you come up in here complaining about my dad all the time and then you don't do shit about it, I don't want to hear it. Sorry. If you're not going to make a change, zip it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Right? But she just came the next day and did the same thing. So
yeah, that was my mom.
Yeah.
You know, it would several times it would come to a head. You'd bring out the stuff, and it would just be all devastating on her and everything. And she'd mope for a while, and then after a week or two, she's right back to where she was. And that's, in a sense, it's not entirely on her because she obviously had some issues going on that were a bit beyond her control that I think counseling could have helped with.
But would she
perhaps
go to
even drugs?
But would she go to counseling?
I don't know that I ever suggested that. I don't know that she would be open to that. Maybe she would have been. Boy, then that really means I suck. But okay, back to that opportunity that you're saying. This is what's sad is she had the opportunity to have a much better life than what she had. But she just persistently drove people away from her.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And there's so many things that she could have. Her life could have been so much better for her if she would have listened to us when we did bring these things up. Before we just went, what's the point?
Yeah.
And so once again, what are the things that we're doing? Because that's kind of that course change thing.
Yeah.
Maybe if we all decide, okay, at this point, I'm actually going to believe that the person is telling me the truth as they see it. Now, it could be wrong. You can tell me I'm a jackwagon and be wrong. You might be right, but I can't get my back up right away. I gotta instead say, you know what? Maybe there is something to what this guy's telling me.
Yeah.
So I should sit and think about it before I go, well, screw you.
Yeah, don't be a Christina.
Oh, that is so...
Well,
dude, this is recorded, man.
Yeah, she doesn't watch this. Even if she did, I told her this. She knows this. She
Okay.
doesn't listen to anybody. If somebody has a critical thing to say to her and she doesn't believe it, she won't listen.
Yeah, and that's tough. That's tough because if you don't believe it, well, why? And then you got to say, well, then why is this person saying this to me?
But she just, I like, I'm not, this isn't bad. She's not bad. But I have a much more self-critical, like, mechanism to myself, right?
You do like to flatulate yourself.
Well,
I see that once in a while. Especially when you're alone in that room.
yeah.
I had to say it.
But I think she genuinely likes herself
Yeah.
the way she is.
Yeah.
And
that's fine.
and that's my point, right? Like, if somebody came up to her and told her, "Oh, you need to change this, and you need to do this, and you need to do that," she's like, "Fuck you."
Well, yeah, and there's...
I like who I am.
That's right, too.
But at some point, right? At some point, like they say this in sports all the time, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Because if you stay the same, even if you just stay the same, everybody else around you is getting better or getting worse. So if they're getting better, then even if you stay the same,
right, you're going to get past.
You're getting worse as a person. Now, if you don't care to grow as a person,
or maybe you are at the top of the game and there is no more going up.
There's always someone better than you, man. Sorry.
Eventually.
Always.
Eventually.
Always.
When you're old and decrepit. Yeah.
I mean, always there's somebody.
LeBron could take on, what's that guy's name? Michael Jordan. He could take on Michael Jordan in tennis. Now.
Tennis.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Point?
There's always somebody better.
So there's a different, it's just people are different, right? So when I said that, it wasn't like disparaging to her. Like, she just likes who she is, and if somebody came up and told her something about her that, especially if she didn't like it, she'd be like, shove off, man.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to listen to you. Whereas depending on who it was and depending on what the comment was,
right.
I would actually think about it. Now, I might come to the conclusion that he's full of shit.
Right.
But I would at least give it some thought.
Right.
Right? Like, am I really being this way? And I think that's helped me become a much better person. But then I also have the problem where I think I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm lazy too.
I'm horribly lazy. And everybody's like, oh, you do good at your job, you want fish business, house business, blah,
Here's
blah, blah.
do gooder laziness.
But I feel lazy all the time.
I do too. Because I'm getting old and I just don't have the drive I used to have. Okay.
So when you think you're being lazy, what are you doing at that moment? When you say to yourself, damn, I'm being lazy, what are you doing?
Probably playing Risk.
On your phone?
On my phone. Probably playing Risk. But it's... Or I'm watching the tube. You know, usually though, if I'm watching the TV, I'm watching it with Julie. So that's not
so it's
laziness.
a couple
it's
times.
kind of a...
It's a couple times.
So that doesn't count totally as laziness, but still it is kind of lazy. And like... Today and yesterday, I did not work out. I gotta get back into working out.
I haven't worked out in like a month. My blood sugar is...
Dude, I fucked up. I did some, this morning, I started back in with doing the things to warm up my body.
You take a cold shower?
I do that every day.
God, you're such a beast.
I did
So proud.
tonight, and sometimes it's tempting to say, I could really use some warmth right now. But no, I put it on hot, soak myself up, get the face washed and everything so I can see what I'm doing, and then turn off the water, lather up everything, scrub,
Full cold.
put it on full cold.
And you have to get all the soap off.
Yeah, it takes longer. It's hot water, for some reason, I think takes the soap off faster.
I would agree.
I do need to shave though.
Me too.
But, okay, here's a funny story. So we went up to Alaska. We went up to Alaska recently, caught a bunch of fish. And so I was sharing the room with David Wilkins, Mr. Enron. And I just wish I would have come up with the other David's nickname sooner. Hunter.
Hunter, yeah.
Because that way it would have tortured him the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
But anyhow,
Totally.
so I go to take a shower. Alaskan water is a lot colder than our water here.
Do you think?
I think it goes from a pipe from the glacier up there straight into.
It comes from up the hill. There's a lake.
Right, up the hill. There's a lake that's fed by ice. That's fed by snow.
But isn't it tasty?
I wasn't tasting the shower. I was
the water is delicious.
Well, yeah, the water
tap water
is
delicious.
Yeah. It is. It is. But you know, Oregon tap water is fabulous.
Well, compared to many others, but not compared to Huna.
I really didn't taste.
Like when you brush your teeth, you can just tell the difference.
Well, anyhow,
maybe somebody didn't brush their teeth.
All I know, no, I did. All I know is that when I took
watching.
All I know is that
she's going to tell you what to do.
Took the shower. It was very, very, very cold. But I'm going to give it the full 60-second count, you know, and
I'm so jealous.
But here's the funny thing. I never told David that I take cold showers, so he starts hearing this screaming. He's going, is he having a heart attack? I don't want to go in there and help him because I really don't want to see that.
So you had to have a full-on conversation about it?
Well, when I came out, he's like, what the hell was going on in there, man? Sorry.
That's hilarious.
Because it was cold, man. It took my breath away.
Yeah.
Because this one now, I'm almost used to it now.
Yeah.
So I need
a little bit warmer.
I need to crank it up beyond 60 seconds, I think.
Yeah, you need 5 minutes.
Because I'm not shivering at the end. I'm very cold and I'm short of breath, but I'm not shivering like the first time I did it.
I was shivering and out of breath after 1.5 seconds.
0.5. Ready? Click, click. I'm done.
Well, it was like I was standing there and I reached around and I did it on cold, and the moment that it changed, it hit my back and I did this super flex, out of the way, and I'm putting my arm back there to turn it up.
Turn the scalding. And now remind me why I'm doing this again.
Because it's good for your body.
Because it does other stuff too, not just makes you shiver.
Yeah. I don't remember all the stuff, but I read a whole bunch about it, and it sounded like a great idea, and I suck.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a try. And yeah, I'm kind of hooked on it.
It's supposed, a lot of people say, when they sit in the tub for 5 minutes, the cold tub for 5 minutes, you feel energized.
Oh, I do when I get out of the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what it reminds me of is when my friends and I used to go up on the North Fork of the Willamette. It's just snow melt fed. So summertime doesn't matter, man. You jump into that water, it takes your breath out of you.
Yeah.
And you get out, and when you get out, your skin is tingly and everything, and that's how it feels when you get out. So it always reminds me of that.
It's working. There's a reason all those crazy, Finnish and all.
Oh yeah, those sweet. Well, they got nothing better to do.
They jump in the water and then they jump in the sauna and then they jump, and their
skin
is good. And
it's like that self-flagellation because they say I really suck. I mean, look at how good America's doing, and what am I doing? I'm just sitting in a stinking sauna. I better jump into a cold tub and beat myself.
Well, it's supposed to be. A lot of people swear by it. I wish I had the.
I do swear when I do this.
I wish I had the.
Come on, just do it. Just do it. You just suck it up and do it.
Keep telling me that. Someday it'll get through. Someday I'll maximize my opportunity.
There you go. Okay, so there's my buffet. Did you have anything you wanted to bring into this conversation?
Well, I would say one last thing is once I really decided that I needed to be that short-term planning isn't I'm not good at that. Long-term planning for me. It's kind of everything that I.
But you have to do short-term planning to achieve the long-term planning.
Yeah, but I think when I was young, I'm like, how can I get rich? Or how can I do this? Or how can I do that? Right? It was completely... Well, A, it was unrealistic, and B, I got discouraged when some things didn't... before I bought this house, I made a PowerPoint presentation for my parents on why they should help me buy a duplex. I could live in one side, and I could rent out the other side. and what that would create, and they could help me with that. No, they're not having none of it.
Even with PowerPoint.
Even with a PowerPoint, yeah, they weren't having it.
At that, when he broke out the PowerPoint, your parents are going, "Where did we go wrong?"
Yeah. But I always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to be a landlord.
It's because it has the word Lord in there.
Well, you can say what you will, but
Right.
it's a great wealth creator and it's a great tax haven,
Yeah.
right? All of those things. But, things happened and
Life happens.
and I was never able to execute on that until Christina's dad gave us a house, and then now I can execute on that, and we just bought another one, right? That's why I have to go to Spokane to fix a few things on it.
So,
but I never
Alaska, then Hawaii, and now Spokane.
Yeah,
it's like
3 years in a
that
row.
T-shirt, London, Paris, Rome, Alaska, Hawaii, Spokane.
Yeah.
No way! Already 30 minutes.
I'm not ready for it to be over yet. Sorry.
Damn.
But I never lost the long-term strategy of it, right? Like,
Right.
This is what I should do.
Right.
And so because of that, I never let the dream die. So when the opportunity arose, I was able to take advantage of it.
Right.
And I wasn't in a place where I was like, no, you know what I mean? And it's a lot more work than I thought it would be, even though I'm not managing any property. It's still a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm lazy.
Counting all that money.
Oh, please, I'm not making that much money. Not yet. Someday.
Someday I'll be up to $40 a month.
Yeah, maybe.
I doubt it. I think I've plateaued.
You think you've plateaued?
Well, and quite honestly, I cannot say that I've averaged that. My average has been around the 20. But I did hit 35. I think it was last month or the month before. I don't know why.
Well, freak, now that Jimmy's gone, everybody will be listening to Parrot Head music and your stuff will pop up.
Here's the thing. I do have one song that I feel fits the day and time so good.
You didn't have a bunch of wine tonight, did you? I told you can't do that anymore.
I had a Mai Tai. I had some wine.
But you weren't drunk.
No, I'm not drunk.
Okay, good.
Not as far as you know. And that is the song "It Should Be So Easy." Because
I know that song. I think I heard it once.
Well, actually, it's been a long time since I've actually, whenever we do the parties that I've done my old stuff. I mean, I Love My Tiki God always gets done.
Yeah.
Because that one is...
You know what you should do is you should have your next party that you have where you play live music.
Yeah.
You should have pre-requests, so that you can practice those.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like a 2 5-song sets,
Right.
right? Where you just play 5 songs in each set, and all your guests get to pick the songs.
Ooh.
And you send them to your Spotify page or whatever, and you make them listen and pick the songs that they want to hear.
Okay.
Then you'll get $38.
Well, anyhow, It Should Be So Easy. What inspired the writing on that one is you look at the world, it's just a madhouse, and yet there should be, even though you get famines in areas because you got droughts and that kind of stuff, in the global essence, there's no reason for anybody to be hungry. There isn't.
Oh!
There's no reason for anyone to have a war or anything to fight over.
So what you mean is no one will own a house and they will be happy.
No.
That's what
I'm
you
not
said.
going. No, my point is...
No one will own anything
My
and they
point
will be
is-
happy.
My point is... No, because I believe that if anything, capitalism brings everybody up. My point is, there's no reason for someone... This has really gotten to shit. My point is, there's no reason for it except for one.
What?
And that is man.
Yeah.
Man is a sinful son of a bitch who will do nothing but look out for himself and not his neighbor. And so that's what inspired the song. There's really no reason for any of the strife that we have except for our own selfishness.
I agree. I watched this Steve Jobs movie on the plane.
Oh.
And it was essentially leading up to the three of his biggest like presentations, like when the iMac or when the Macintosh came out, when the Next, like after he got left Apple, he did this Next before that, and then before the iMac. So it was like the leading up to his presenting that, right? And
interesting.
And you know, there's a lot of, I don't know how much of it is real, but I think that there would be nobody would be hungry if the people that are obsessed with making things or making money, like whatever that is, that drives them to obsession.
Right.
Most of those people could just fix most of the world's problems. But that's not what drives them. The people that, want to fix the world's problems, what drives them to do that doesn't create massive amounts of wealth.
Right, doesn't create...
That's the disparity, right?
That's a very good point.
Is the people that are driven to create wealth, whether through products or through money or whatever, they will donate money or whatever. But if you could find someone who could do that, and then once they have billions of dollars, like pivot and find a way to economically effectively do that, I think it could. But the problem is people aren't, like, you're either one way or the other.
But you really don't even need that.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do. You got that kind of thing. Like, there's been hungry people forever.
There always will be. Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
Like, it's not really fixable in that sense.
Well, but except for the fact that when you think about it, there is always a region. This whole climate change nonsense. There's always a region that's doing good.
Don't say climate change nonsense. Climate change is...
It's always changing.
It's always changing.
Right.
So you can say... What was Al Gore's thing? It wasn't climate change. It was... What was...
Global
warming. Yeah. You can say global warming.
They can't say that anymore.
I know. But you can say global warming.
Okay, but my point is, there is always an area that is doing well.
Yeah.
With the geography and the weather and all that kind of stuff, and an area that gets hit hard.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we have the resources to help each other out. So when I've got plenty, I can help out the guy that got hit hard. I'm not going to help out the guy that's got little, because maybe he's got little because he's just a jackwagon that doesn't do squat.
See?
But once again, that goes into the essence of my song.
Yeah.
It should be so easy, but it's not.
You should do it because it's the right thing to do. Didn't we just talk about this?
Yes, we did. Because it always comes full circle here in the hole.
Yeah.
The Cabana hole.
We're going down the drain. It comes together in the end. Right? But if you're doing something because it's the right thing to do, does it matter that guy is an imbecile and can't, like...
Okay, but then we also come back to that point of, am I helping this person? Or am I just perpetuating...
Well, he's not starving.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I understand that.
And that's, I think...
I'm not going to let somebody starve, but I'm also not going to just give him something and not have a requirement to that.
But it might be the right thing to do.
That's not.
Well, see, here you go with your limitations on the right thing to do.
There's the limitations of the right thing to do.
And everyone would be happy.
Yeah, everyone would be happy. Yeah, and what now? Did you hear about how in the elite circle, the inner circle of whoever that is,
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, Klaus Schwab. There's talk about trying to shut down airports so that we don't let people fly to places because they don't need to. They can stay where they are. Now, we're very important and we need to fly to places. But to save the planet, let's shut down some airports and limit people's ability to fly. They should walk, they should bicycle.
Well, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think we ever really lost kings and queens, and they just call themselves something else and they do whatever the hell they want, and we all suffer.
I call myself Cabana Man, and we all suffer.
Well, let's end on that then, Mr. Cabana Man.
All right. That's not a good thing to end on. Let's end on something better than that. Right? Okay. Let's end on this.
Okay.
So, we started with Jimmy Buffett, and we should end with Jimmy Buffett.
Okay, let's do that.
There's this one song that I really like. It's called One Particular Harbor. And it not only speaks to me spiritually, which I think it kind of did to him too, because one of the lines is, where we all just simply fade away. But one of the lines in the chorus is, but there's this one particular harbor, sheltered from the wind, where the children play on the shore each day, and all is safe within. And what that speaks to, for me, two things. One is everybody needs a place like this.
Yeah.
Everybody needs their little safe place.
Are you saying everybody needs a safe space?
Okay. No.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
This is getting edited out.
You just said everybody needs a safe space.
No, because you need to be able to get to a place where you can just kind of escape the nonsense that's going on, have some friends over, have a few drinks.
I do like drinks. You can see mine is empty. I mean, I'm making fun of safe spaces, but
I understand that, because safe spaces is really, it's gotten a bad word. But the point is,
the concept of a safe space is exactly that.
Right.
It's just overblown and turned stupid.
Yeah, it's turned stupid.
Yeah.
No, but everybody needs their man cave.
Yeah.
Everybody needs, whether it's your tropical little paradise or whether it's a teched out a smoke shack
where I'm smoking meat,
not
cigarettes,
or
or
special stuff.
Maybe a brownie here and there.
I don't recommend smoking brownies.
No, you eat them.
I know, but you said smoke.
Anyway.
Point is, we all need that little escape zone.
Yeah.
The Never Never Land.
Well, and that's why we go down the Cabana.
Down the Cabana hole.
Yeah, episode 15.
And I think that's a better way to end it, is in Never Never Land.
Yeah. What do all the kids say to get people to watch their stuff? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't know, whatever the fuck that is. Later. There's nothing in there.